here is my rig all loaded up and ready to go. I'm letting her warm up a little bit before I take off because it is frosty out here. I don't think the camera picks up what I'm seeing. There is frost on the ground. This will only be my third motorcycle camping trip, and the other two times I went, once I went for one night, which was planned. The next time I planned a good long trip and only lasted one night, so I was kind of unsuccessful, but I did learn from that. So I thought I would do this video to show you guys what it's like if you are inexperienced at doing this kind of thing, to go motorcycle camping, what you're gonna run into, what to expect, at least if you're me, which I know everybody's not me, but I do have a goal. You know, it's 17 degrees Fahrenheit here today in Kentucky, so I am headed south. I mean, let's go to some warmer weather. That's the first thing, and I do have a goal set I hope to achieve. I'm not going to tell you guys right now what it is. You'll know whether or not I achieved it, but I do have a goal set. Everybody gets into a routine. I get used to staying home. I'm kind of a homebody. This motorcycle camping and all of that kind of stuff is like a awesome fantasy land, you know, when you watch it on YouTube, but then when you go out to do it in real life, quite different. Morning time will be the worst for me at the campsite because in the morning I just feel funky and want to get out of there for some reason. I don't know, that's just the way it is, but I'm gonna try and master that. So what I've been doing to practice is every morning I wake up and I think to myself, pretend you're at the campsite in the mood you're in right now, you know. And that's what I did. And I feel like I tried to train myself. You know, some days it's raining, some days it's cold, some days it's hot. Work through all that and get on your motorbike and roll on. I got my bike all set up for touring. It's feeling great right now. Everything feels great. Everything's in order. I feel like I can ride for a long time on this motorbike. It feels good, so that is a good thing. So a few hours will pass for me. It'll be instant for you, and I'll give you an update wherever I am and what the heck's going on. Well, I made it to the campsite. It's about 4 o'clock. A little bit later than I wanted to arrive. I went 300 and some miles. Let's see. 313 miles. It was a good trip, a great trip, but cold. And I mean really cold. Left, it was 17 degrees. Warmed up to like 35 and would not break past that. Finally got up to 50. Anyways, I'm here at the campsite and I'll give you a look around. I always find good campsites. This will be my home for the night and I got to get set up, but it's right next to the bathhouse, so I might get up early and get a shower bath before I go. I have motivation. It's cold home and I'm headed south, and I had a long cold ride today. And as you ride, as I rode, it kept getting warmer and warmer a little bit, and so that does motivate me to keep on going. Almost dark out now, and I got a fire going. I got a little stack of wood here. One stack's green, and one is dry real good, so I thought I'd mix that together and it'll last me quite a while tonight.
Every time I go to film, a truck pulls up. Things are going well. I got a little fire, beef jerky, and these are, I can't remember what you call them, but they're good. That's it for my dinner tonight. Not getting crazy. Got a bottle of water, no beers. One thing I'm not too happy about, I don't have any phone signal. I can't contact LG to tell her I'm okay. I can't look up the weather, and I can't plan my route for tomorrow. I planned on doing that when I got here. I had a kind of a general idea of what I was going to do, but can't do that now. No signal. Other than that, things are going pretty well. The fire is helping out a little bit, but it is a very clear and very cold night. The temperature is dropping and dropping fast. The further south I get, the warmer it gets, the happier I will be. It's pretty dang cold around here. I got this nice cover for my motorbike. It was only like 20 bucks. Well worth it. I can even put some of my stuff underneath it, covered up. It's waterproof. It's a good deal. I'm glad I got it. And there is the tent. Although it's early, very inviting. So I'll check back in with you in the morning. So good morning, guys. It's 5:15 a.m. and it is a whopping 25 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to get in the shower to get warmed up. I am froze. It's about 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. and I am packed up, loaded, ready to go. I didn't even get any coffee. Last night was really cold. On the internet, temperature is just a number. I'm not being a wine bag. I mean, I lived through it, no big deal. But and I got up this morning. I was able to just jump in the shower, get all warmed up. This nice campsite, Coleman Lake campsite in Alabama. This is a beautiful place to visit. I would come here again, no doubt. I'm headed to Ocala, Florida, and when I get there, I will check in with you guys. Well, guys, I made it. It's 4:10. That's my time. It's 5:10 their time. Check this out. Look here. Short sleeve shirts. When I left, it was 25 degrees. I got into Florida, it was 74. So I'm liking this. Here's how many miles I went. Right there, it says 769.5. And when I left this morning, I had 314 on the clock. Today it was interstate the whole way, and I let her eat going down I-75. As always, I have great luck with the campsites. Check this out. It's absolutely perfect here. This is a perfect site for me. I love this. Plan is to get the tent up, get things in order, and then I'm going to treat myself and go out to eat. I might try and visit one of my buddies. I don't know if I'll do that tonight or not. We'll see what happens. So last night I didn't end up at the steakhouse, but because I went to my buddy's Alex's houses first, we ended up getting some chicken wings and hanging out for a while. Before I knew it, it was midnight. I came back to the campsite and fell asleep. I'm all showered up this morning and ready to go. Got my little coffee here warming up. I thought I'd have a little coffee this morning. So the further south I go, the less campsites are available. And this is going to be a little tricky today. I don't plan on it being a rush driving day. I want a slow, easy ride. The back roads, I want to get off of the interstate today and just kind of cruise around the back roads of Florida a little bit. I'm just going to keep searching to see if I can find a campsite. If worst comes to worst, I think I'm just going to head on down south and just kind of see if I can find something. I don't know. Time to head out. I'm headed to Clearwater, Florida. Easy traveling, back roads, slow pace. Hey guys, Benny from the future here. I've been home for about 2 days. Time now to reveal my goal, which was to make it to the southernmost part of the United States, which is Key West, Florida. And I was going to go to the very tip. At this very point marked the beginning of the end of my trip, and I knew it. The reason why is because when I entered into Florida, it was cool. When I got into Florida, the weather started to warm up. The sun was shining. It was just beautiful. I'm riding my motorcycle in this beautiful weather. I was so excited. I got to the campsite. The campsite was absolutely beautiful. That evening, I got to meet up with an old friend of mine I hadn't seen in 24 years. And we had such a great time. We went out to eat and caught up on old times and just had a ball. All of these things happening at one time was such a great big high level of excitement for me that when I got up the next day, I had stayed up late. I was feeling a little gloomy and things started to weigh on my mind. One thing is, my buddy Alex has got a 68 Satellite, an awesome car. And he's also got an old Ford Ranger, just like mine, a white one, but it's four-wheel drive. So I got to thinking about projects I needed to be doing at my house. Also, even though it's only been a couple days, I wasn't keeping track of any money I was spending. I was just spending money as I went. I had no clue, and I thought, wonder how much money I'm spending on this trip. And the weather. I started to get nervous about the weather. It was so cold coming down, I thought. If it's any colder going back up, it is going to be a terrible amount of suffering for me. And I knew there was a couple warm days coming up here in just a day or two. But I still had plans to visit one more friend before I left Florida, and I knew I was going to do that no matter what. So I thought I'd regroup, take the back roads of Florida, kind of ease my way down to his place, take an easy day, and see if I could get my mind set, back on my path. But it turned out being a cloudy day, and the back roads of Florida aren't really exactly that exciting. It's just flat, kind of bushy. No sunshine, and with this pandemic, everybody's kind of in a funk mood. And then I arrived at the campsite. So I went 100 and almost 55 miles today. It was a nice, easy day. And in total, 944. I'm at the campsite now where I'm going to stay the night, and it's really nice here. And it's like Florida wilderness. Look around. Look at that. This is how this whole place is. Really nice. But the campsites are kind of close together. Looks like the bathrooms, and all that stuff are like brand new. Really nice. It's really quiet, and I feel really goofy, talking to myself on a camera. I'm not used to this. I like being in my garage where I can holler and scream and nobody knows I'm hollering and screaming except you guys. I'm going to see another friend of mine tonight. He lives about 12 miles from here, and I'm going to visit with him. Probably by the time I get back, it'll be dark and time for bed. It's the next morning. Some of you may recognize this place. I'm back home. And after leaving my buddy Bill's house, I went straight home, and it was total mileage for that day was 842, which I did go to his place, so that racked up some mileage. And then after I was there, I went straight home, and it was quite the experience, but a fun one. I just thought I was going to suffer one way or another. Either suffer driving through the cold and the dark, or suffer camping out for the night in the cold. So I chose to just drive straight through, and I got home by 9 p.m., which is pretty good. The last hour was pretty dang rough, I'll just tell you. I would hit these pockets of 32 degrees, and it seems like as soon as I hit that 32 degrees, my windshield would just like fog over. Condensation, I guess, really bad. I had to take my glasses off. I was blinded by it, and that can be dangerous, so I had to pull off, clean it up. And anyways, the last hour was rough, but I made it home, made it in, and that was honestly really fun and exciting to go that far, that fast. On this trip, I ended up going a total of 1,787 miles. I camped out for 3 nights. My original plan was to go for about 2 weeks. You folks can decide for yourselves whether or not I failed or was successful. I'm gonna call it successful because I had such a good time throughout the whole trip. I just didn't make it to 2 weeks, and I didn't make it to Key West. But I'm already planning another trip, same place. I just want to make it to Key West this time. I want to make my goal. So I got a windshield coming for the motorbike. I'm gonna scratch up a little bit more lettuce and give it another shot. If you're new at moto camping and traveling, then I hope this was helpful to you. If you're experienced in this and you've been doing it a long time and you have helpful comments, please leave them for me. That's part of the reason I got as far as I did this trip, because all the comments you guys left before and words of encouragement kind of kept going, playing through my head like a tape recorder, and I just kept pushing forward. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.